What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy BETOSKICKZ. So today we're going to go be looking at and doing a very in-depth review and comparison of the retail authentics versus the Chinese authentics, aka the UAs. This is the newest batch out there available, so this video is for educational purposes only. Nothing is being sold here. This is for you to know what's out there available, to be aware. Yep, and let's go ahead and get into it. And here is the authentic box, nice and clean. And here is the replica box, all squished up and banged up. Alrighty, on top we have the replica, on the bottom we have the authentic. As you can see, there is a difference in the color and of course the size box itself. The reds are off, of course. The blacks are a little bit more darker, and the font, of course, you guys can see that there. Let's see. And they are now coming with the Foot Locker. As you can see up on top there, the fonts are off a little bit. Here is the authentic. The Jumpman in gold, and the logo there is nice and matted. And as I will show you right now in just a second, the fake unauthorized has a super glossy Jumpman and a Jordan.com there. As you can see up on top at the left there, you can see a Foot Locker type of little badging there, sticker, so be aware they do come with that now. So let's go ahead and look in the inside. This is an authentic straight from Nike.com, as you can see that there. Nice big box. They do not have quality control or stamps anymore for some reason on the Jordan 10s. Box is nice and neat. As you can see, it does come with the tissue paper. You can see the color there, nice, and it does have the lining, little lines that they're supposed to come with. I'll show you right now. So it's a off-white, like a creamy type of paper. Next, we will look at the unauthorized. Guys, any type of boxes with these type of lines are banged up, it should be a giveaway. Also, the box is a lot more smaller. As you can see, the little white box is all crushed up, has no tissue paper on the inside of it like the authentic does, and it does come on the right side instead of the left side. Next, the paper seems pretty much about similar. It's actually very close. This is a newer tissue paper that they're sending out. The previous models didn't come with this type of paper. Alrighty, and now let's go ahead and get back into the sneakers. Left is authentic, and here are the front of the shoes. Here are the back of the shoes. Again, you got the authentic on the left, fake on the right there. This is the side of the authentic. I'm going to get a little bit more closer in depth. Here is the fake unauthorized. As you can see here on the authentic, the midsole is actually a different color from the upper and the sole. And the Jumpman is nice and clean. Lines up everything, looks clean, flawless. The midsole is not as textured. Everything lines up on the back there. The whole upper, the red, has a different type of pattern all across, so it's not just one single type of pattern. The midsole is not that glossy, it's more matted, and you do have a little bit of a translucent in there on the sole. Next is the unauthorized. The midsole is very detailed, a little bit more darker color than the upper and the lower part there. Everything on the Now here we go, we have the back. The left again is the authentic, the right is the unauthorized. Now on the 23 there is a difference, and also on the shading of the translucency. The authentic is a little glossy, and the 23 on the unauthorized is of matte. Also the upper there kind of goes down more, almost touching the 23. The spacing on the back of the tab there on the authentic is a little bit higher. On the unauthorized, it's just a tad bit lower, and it's crooked. As you can see, it's not very well centered. The font is also a little bit off, as you can see that there. Next, we're going to go ahead and look at the uppers of the back of the shoe. Again, nice and clean, straight up, goes straight perfectly. And the unauthorized, as you can see, it kind of tilts and is a little bit off. Height, they look to be about the same height. The unauthorized is actually the same height as the authentic. Now the stitching on the back of the Jordan little Jumpman logo there on the authentic. It's nice and clean and kind of deeper stitching. Cleaner font, of course, and the unauthorized, as you can see, is a little bit longer. The fonts are off. Now, one thing that kind of gave it really away, and you'll see it in just a second, there you go, the stitching on the inner part of the pull tab. The authentic is nice and red. It has a red stitching, versus the unauthorized actually has white stitching on the red. You can see right there. That is a dead giveaway, and actually it's a lighter shade of red than the authentic on the left there. You guys can see that there. So double check your pairs or your friends if they do happen to have that. That would be a sign of unauthorized early pairs, or if you happen to come across it on any particular websites. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the actual leather. This is the authentic again. Nice and tumbled pebbled leather, as you can see that there. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the unauthorized. A lot more stiffer, as you can see when you squish down on it. It doesn't really fold. The two lower lines there also are not as tumbled or smooth as the authentic. Right in that area there, you can see it. And again, the authentic has a little bit of a softer type of a leather versus the unauthorized, which is a tad bit more rougher. This is a softer leather. Also, the inner sock lining on the authentic is nice and thin. It's not too thick. It's nice and soft, a little darker than the unauthorized. The unauthorized actually has a lot more padding on the collar. And actually, when you do squish it, it actually smells, and it has this little weird smell to it. So that can kind of be a giveaway. Next, we have a closer look at the authentic leather on the upper. This is a lot more closer look for you guys, so you guys can see. The plastic tabs on the authentic are a little bit more harder or heavier versus the unauthorized. The Jumpman is not very detailed, and of course here as I'm pointing, you can definitely see this white stitching. It really pops out, and the red is super light. Again, the Jumpman on the tabs are not as well defined as on the authentics. Next, we're going to go ahead and move on to the tongues. Left on the authentic and the right is unauthorized. The authentic is a lot more higher. The 2-3 sits a little bit higher. Production dates on the authentic is 12/9/15 to 2/19/16. Production dates on the unauthorized is 12/9/15 to 2/19/16. And this particular size happens to come with a crooked tongue. Next, I happen to take out the insoles in the shoe. This is the authentic pair. As you can see, the black stitching is nice, goes all the way around, and it happens to have a blue stitching line. You can see that there, right there. That's above, and it goes all the way around the shoe. This is on the authentic. Next, we're gonna go ahead and look at the unauthorized. As you can see that there, this one has stitches kind of sloppy, has all kinds of drawing marks on there, and there is no blue stitching. Doesn't go around. The stitching again is very sloppy, as you can see out there. You have all kinds of little weird little lines. So another great way to tell if your shoe is authentic or a Chinese replica. Now we're taking a look at the insoles. Left is the authentic. As you can see that there, it does have the men's sizing tag on the unauthorized and happens to be a lot more darker black. Now we're looking over at the back. These are both memory foam insoles. The glue patterns are a little bit different, as you can see out there. The red on the unauthorized Jumpman there is not as glossy as the authentic. Next, we're looking at the shoe trees. Again, the unauthorized is a lot more smaller. It's not very well defined. It does now come with the tissue paper, of course, different colors and different size. So that's another way to tell, guys. Next, we're looking at the bottom soles. The top is the authentic and the lower one is the unauthorized. First thing you can tell is that little 23 there. The unauthorized is more like an orangey type of color. The authentic looks more like the red. Also, the carbon fiber appears to be different color when in direct sunlight. It's more of a lower toned versus the authentic. It's a lot more darker. The blacks and the grays are a lot more vibrant. Also, the color of the sole appears to be a little bit off on the unauthorized. It doesn't have that rich pigment as the authentic does on the upper. As you can see towards the front of the shoe there, and the Jumpmans are a little bit of a different color. The authentic's nice and richer and has more of a glossy versus the unauthorized is matted. And that's all, folks. So we just wrapped it up. Again, authentic versus unauthorized, you guys see the difference. Hopefully this video was very helpful and it could be a tool you can share with your friends if they are looking for a pair to pick up, either from somebody who's really selling them and selling them more than likely closer to what's retail price. A heads up, watch this video, share it. Again, if you're new, make sure you subscribe. And also, if you guys want to help fund and to help bring more videos like this, I would definitely drop my information down below. You guys could also follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter. I'm very active on there, so those are the places you guys can most likely reach me at. And again, if you guys want to help fund and bring these type of videos more often, definitely drop down the comment below what kind of videos you guys would like to see. And that's about it, guys. It's your boy B, and I am out, and I will see you guys to the next one. Peace, fam.